Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today or tonight. My fan is on. It's like blowing my hair all over the place. I am so excited to do this video. It is Monday night. I'm on call tomorrow, but I got so many awesome things at the Sephora VIB sale and with my Ulta 20% off coupon that I had to share them with you. I told you in my Will I Buy It video that there were a lot of like expensive palettes that I was looking at. This year I didn't want to get as many less expensive things and more of them. I wanted to get fewer things and more expensive. I don't know why. I guess I'm just interested in trying new brands. I'm just fixing my hair here. Trying new brands that are more expensive and higher end to kind of see if all the fuss about them is worth it. So I did a lot of damage this holiday season, guys. I luckily did not, I only spent like $50 at Ulta because I had like all my points, like the maximum number of points you can get, which I think is $150. So I used all of those and I only spent like $50 at Ulta, and then I had a bunch of Sephora gift cards and I had a Nordstrom gift card. So I spent a lot of gift cards and then I spent a little bit of my own money. So actually, amazingly, for the amount of things that I got, I didn't spend that much money. It wasn't like that crazy. So anyway, I'm gonna start with my Pat McGrath purchases because, as I told you guys in my wishlist video, I was trying to decide between Pat McGrath palettes and the Natasha Denona palettes, and I thought about this long and hard. Y'all, this is like, maybe I need to turn off my fan. Okay, hold on. Okay, fan off. That was getting totally crazy. When I looked at the Natasha Denona palettes like really closely, I just felt like they were too editorial for me. They reminded me of the older Pat McGrath palettes before she came up with the Mothership 6 last year. I think that was the one. All of her palettes to me seemed to be very, very editorial, and that is also how most of the Natasha Denona, except for the Biba palette, struck me just as too editorial for me, like things that I was not going to use. So I decided not to get any of the big Natasha Denona palettes. I got a couple of little ones that I will show you, but I did get several of the Pat McGrath palettes because I think that the one that she came up with last Christmas, of course, her new rose one that nobody can get their hands on, and some of the little quads are so wearable and so beautiful. And I feel like the quality of those shadows are just special. Like her glitters and shimmers are so beautiful and so different and such a unique formula that I felt like they were worth the price point, especially with the 20% off. So anyhow, these are the things I got. I got the Mothership palette, Mothership 7 palette. That's wrong. I think that Mothership 5 palette. Sorry. These are made in Italy. And they come in, you guys have seen the packaging for them, but this is the palette. And I just thought that this color selection was so wearable, you guys. Like all of these colors are just so easy. Why is this not opening? Okay, apparently I can't open this more. I just love these colors. I felt like I could use them. They were all so wearable, even this red, which is what I have on my eye. So I'm gonna come in close a little bit for a second so you guys can see what I did with my eyes today. I just put this on the whole lid, and then I put this in the crease, like such a wearable color. And then I put this on the outer corner. This is like an aubergine color. So I put that on the outer corner, and then I put this all over the lid. And then I put this sparkly pink one on the inner corner. And like, if you can see, it's like super glittery and sparkly. I'm gonna do swatches for you guys in a minute, but it is just so beautiful. And this is the first time I've used this palette. I just wanted to like dig into it and put it on my eyes. And I just love the formula. I also got another Pat McGrath palette, which I'm gonna show you in a second, and I used that one recently, and it took me a minute to figure out how to use the Pat McGrath shadows. Like, they take a tiny bit of work to figure out what the best way to use them is. Like, I didn't know if I could use a regular brush, or if I needed to use like Fix Plus, or if I needed to use my finger. I felt like using my finger was the easiest way, not for the mattes, but for the shimmers and the glitters. I felt like just putting my finger in them was the best way to do it. And I typically don't do that because I'm a teeny germaphobe and I hate sticking my fingers into eyeshadows. But I really feel like for this particular Pat McGrath formula, I feel like your finger is really the best way to apply it. And that is what I did. And I really love, love, love the way my eyes look. I think they look so pretty. So let me give you some swatches of the shades that I love from this palette so much that I felt like it was worth buying. I'm so happy I bought it. It took me a year to decide to buy it because it's such an expensive palette. So literally I looked at this last year over and over and over again, but I didn't buy it. And this year I was like, finally, I'm gonna buy it because I really love it. Here is one of the shadows. I mean, it's just got this really interesting, glittery, peachy, almost greenish shift. This pink one is also gorgeous. That's what I'm wearing on the inner corner of my eye. And then the red, this is what I'm wearing in the on the lid. It's just a beautiful coppery red, and like seriously, you guys, like how pretty are these two together? This is what I have in the center of the lid, and this is in my inner corner. And it actually, believe it or not, it's like wearable. Even though there's glitter, it's a very wearable glitter. I think that if I wanted to wet it with Fix Plus, I could build it up even more and it would be like crazy awesome glitter. And then this one over here, I think would also be super, super pretty by building it up with some Fix Plus. I just think that these 4 shades are so beautiful, and this is what made me buy the palette. I also wanted to show you the other 2 Pat McGrath palettes that I got. Yeah, 2. So I've been working really, really hard, and I just felt entitled. I work really hard, you guys. I work a lot. And so sometimes I just feel like I'm allowed to get crazy with the shopping. So I bought this one, which I also thought was so gorgeous. I just thought the colors were amazing and stunning, and I haven't even dug into this yet. This is definitely more of a maroon color. The other one was a brighter red copper. This is a more browny red. And then like, look at this gold, y'all. Like, just check this out, like this beautiful gold. I just think that layering these is so stunning. Here's a brown in here. It's like a gorgeous taupey brown. You guys know that's my favorite. And then this is the kind of coppery gold. Like, look at these stunning colors, y'all. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't get better than this. I really feel like the Pat McGrath palettes are worth the price. They totally are. I after like playing with them and doing a couple of eye looks with them, granted it hasn't been that many, I am just so super impressed with the formula. And then of course I got the, what is this one called? The Ritualistic Rose. I did a look with this the other night, y'all. I was like at a restaurant with my friends and I was like going up to them and I was like, oh my God, you guys, look at my eyes. Aren't they amazing? I was like closing my eyes. My friends were like, they look amazing. The husbands were like, yeah, the gold glitter is great, Daniela, amazing. So I was just so excited. Like, I couldn't contain my excitement about this palette. It is so stunning. These are the 4 colors in that palette. Like, check out this gorgeousness, y'all. I mean, this pink and this pink, like what do I do with that? So beautiful. When I did my night out look, I put this in the crease, I put this on the lid and this in the corner, and it was just so beautiful. It was sparkling so, so much. This is the palette that I was playing with the Fix Plus with. And I mean, seriously, you guys, like, look at this color. Look at that gorgeous gold rose. I can't get enough of that color. I think that's like the most beautiful, maybe the most beautiful color I have in my entire makeup collection. It's so stunning. These palettes are special. They're worth it if you have the money to spend on them. Don't buy them if you don't have the money to spend on them. They're not worth it if you don't have the money for them. But if you do and you want to spend money or you want to ask for a Christmas present or whatever, what have you this season, these palettes are worth all the hype. They really are. One more Pat McGrath palette. Y'all, get a snack. This is going to be like the longest haul of life because I bought so much stuff. I bought another Pat McGrath palette, and it was this little miniature one. When this one posted on the site, I was like, I'm getting it. There's no question. Like, I have to have it. It's gorgeous. It's amazing. So, of course, I did buy it. It's like $30 or $28 for this, and I thought it was so pretty. Like, look at these shades. Interestingly, this red looks very browny. None of these are the special glitter that she makes. This reminds me, this is even more brown than either of the 2 that I showed you in the other 2 palettes. It really looks more brown than red when you put it on your eyes. But there are none of the super glittery ones, like the duochromy glitters that are in the other 3 palettes that I just showed you, but they are gorgeous shimmers. I mean, look at that shimmer. That's this gold right here. Isn't that pretty? It's almost like a greeny gold. And then look at this, that pretty brown. And then, how beautiful is this? And I just feel like if you don't want to spend on the huge, one of the huge palettes, this is a great way to like just check out the awesome Pat McGrath formula without like spending $129. You're not getting the duochromy glittery ones, but some of you may not want those because maybe you can't wear them to your work. Like maybe you're a judge or something like that and you're not going to be wearing that in the courthouse. Well, this is just shimmers and they're totally wearable. So love that palette. The next thing that I wanted to show you guys was I got the Theory palette in Minx. I didn't get any of the other Theory palettes, but I did get the Minx. I felt like this was so wearable and I love it. I've worn it several times. When we were in Dallas this weekend, I wore this both days. It's just super wearable. I mean, look at that beautiful pinky taupey brown. Isn't that stunning? Like, I just put this on my, the whole lid, put this in my crease, put this in my outer V, and then I put this on the whole lid and this in the inner corner. It was like stunning. And then if you want more of a like a goldy look, this has more of a goldy tone to it. There's that, and there's that. Look at how those sparkle. Aren't they beautiful? I don't know why it took me so long to get this palette, you guys. I mean, Emily Noel's been like raving about it for like 10 years, and I just finally got it this sale. And you guys, I have to tell you something. If you're new to my channel, you won't know that I generally do not buy skincare products from Sephora and Ulta because I just don't feel, in most cases, not every single case, but in most cases, I don't feel like the products that we buy at Ulta and Sephora are worth the money, because I feel like you can get a lot of the same products with the same active ingredient over the counter for much less expensive. One of the examples that I always use is the Sunday Riley UFO oil. I wanted to try it once and I looked at the ingredients, and the ingredient was like 2% salicylic acid. And I'm like, I can get that at like CVS for like $2. Like, it's just not worth it to me. Again, there are some things I love. I love the Drunk Elephant glycolic acid, the AHA, BHA by Drunk Elephant. I love that product. But generally, I don't buy skincare products because I just don't feel like they're worth the price. So you're gonna see that all I got here is like makeup palettes. Okay, let's move on. Stop talking, Fisher. Next, I wanted to show you, I got a couple of more of these bento boxes because I love them so much. I think they're so cute, the Kaja bento boxes. So I already had Glowing Guava and Chocolate Dahlia, so I got 3 more. I got the Orange Blossom. Like, look at this stunning color, you guys. Like, what do I do with this? Look at that beauty. Woo! So pretty. And then here is the next color. More orange, less pink. And then here is the last color. Aren't those pretty? Aren't those 3 colors gorgeous, you guys? I love these bento boxes. I think they're so great. The next one that I got, let me just clean off my hands with my little wet wipe here, is I got the rose water. And these are not that expensive, you guys. They're like $21. You're getting 3 eyeshadows for $21. So with the 20% off, it was like very reasonable. Here's the first color. Look at how pretty that is. Beauteous. Can you guys tell that I'm like obsessed with things that shimmer? Some things just don't change. My husband calls me fish because he knows that I love things that shine and shimmer. Look at that pretty. Oh, these are gorgeous, y'all. I just can't. I love them. I think these are highly underrated. I feel like they got a few minutes of attention and then like nobody talks about them anymore, and I think that they're fantastic. The last one that I got was kind of a darker brownish one, but it had these gorgeous dark brown sparkles. So 3 of the boxes of the little bentos have 3 shimmers, and 2 of them that I have some mattes and some shimmers. I'll show you that in a second. This one is called Toasted Caramel. It's more of like a yellow packaging, and this is the first color. It's very gold, but like it's pretty. Like, check it out. What? Look at that. It's like duochrome gorgeousness. Look at that. How pretty is that? Why is no one talking about these? Why? And then look at this one. I mean, it just doesn't get better than that. The 3 that have 3 shimmers are the Toasted Caramel, the Orange Blossom, and the Rose Water. And then the 2 that have 2 mattes and 1 shimmer are Glowing Guava. Let me open those up for you so you can see. I just need to wipe my hands off. I'm gonna have like glitter everywhere. So Glowing Guava has this brownish pink matte shade. Then it has this pink shimmer shade. And then it has this dark reddish brownish matte shade. These are not new. I didn't get these during the sale. And then the Dahlia one, the Chocolate Dahlia, has this gorgeous just champagne color, and then 2 mattes, like a cool tone light brown and then a dark brown. I also bought the mini Natasha Denona palette, which I told you guys I was gonna get the nude palette. I figured that I would get this instead of the Biba. I really like this. I thought the quality was incredible. It comes with 2 matte shades, one here and one here, and then it comes with 1 glittery duochrome shade that's right here. I'll swatch it in a second. This is good for inner corner right here, and then this is just a nice shimmer shade. Let me swatch the shimmers for you. Check that out. How pretty are those, guys? And here are the matte shades. I just feel like this is a super wearable palette, and I just feel like because it's smaller, I'm gonna get even more use out of it. Here's the dark brown. Even more, and there's the light brown. More use out of it than the Biba palette, and the Biba palette was so expensive. So I just decided to get the little mini nude one, and I just stuck with that. I also got two of the 5-pan Natasha Denonas. So I feel like the 5-pan Natasha Denonas are more, they're just more my speed. Like I showed you guys in one of my videos that I've got a couple of the older ones like this. Like this is very wearable. And then I have this one that's got like some greens in it. That's very wearable. And then I had one more, this one. And despite this crazy color, it just looks purple when you put it in the crease. This whole palette is very wearable. So I just feel like buying the 5-pan palettes is a more sensible way of buying Natasha Denona for me, because I just feel like the other palettes are too editorial. So I got two more. One of them is this palette, which is eyeshadow palette 404. And these are the colors. They're stunning. There's one that's like a satin, and then the others are like kind of shimmery. So this white one is gorgeous. Look at this. How pretty is that? It's like a whitish gold. And then this is like a true gold. On the Sephora website, this looks like a totally different palette. I don't know, the picture, whoever took the picture of it, it looked completely different, but I went in store and swatched it so I knew what I was getting. This brownie red looks just that, like a brownie red, but it's like a gorgeous brownie red. This is the one satin in here, and it's just like a plain, cool, kind of cooler tone brown than all the rest of them. And then this is the last shade on the end. Isn't that pretty? It's like a golden champagne. I just feel like this is like super wearable colors. Like if you just want to get into like some Natasha Denona things and not be buying like palettes where you just know you're not going to wear like the really editorial colors, I think these 5-pan palettes are such a nice way. And I think you can pop them out and put them in like a big palette. So, and then the last one that I got from her was this palette that I have never seen anybody talk about on YouTube, interestingly. It's gorgeous. It's just these neutral metallic shades. So this one is like a true greenish gold. Isn't that cool? Isn't that a cool color, you guys? Because it's got a little bit of green to it, I feel like it's more wearable. Sometimes really, really yellow golds are not wearable. They need to have a tiny bit of green, or like, they need to have green or brown in them, in my view, to make them more wearable. So I feel like that is a very wearable gold. This is like a true silver, like the Tin Man. I think that may even be what it's called. No, it's called aluminum. This one in the middle is like a gunmetal. This is like just a cool tone champagne. This one right here, cool tone champagne. And then this one on the end is like a taupe. So let me hold up. Like the difference, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between these two. This is a little bit grayer and this is a little bit more brown, but it's hard to capture that on camera, I think. But aren't those pretty, y'all? Just really neat metallics from Natasha Denona, and I think people love her metallics so much that I thought that this was like kind of just a neat palette to try. Obviously, like I just got these the other day. I have had like no time to try any of these eyeshadow palettes, y'all. I'm gonna spend the spring not shopping and wearing all this makeup that I bought. That's it, you guys. That's all I bought from Sephora. That's all I bought. I also bought some rose water wipes because I'm obsessed with them and I love the smell of them so very much. I went in store, they were sold out online, and I bought like 3 packages of the rose water wipes because when I'm on call, I like to take off my makeup with those. So I leave those in my call bag. Okay, let's move on to my Ulta haul. I only got like 2 or 3 things from Ulta. I replaced one of my like my Smashbox Always Sharp pencils in Penny Lane. I'm not even gonna show that to you. And then I got this NARS blush palette that I said I really loved, and this is what I'm wearing on my cheeks actually. And what I did today, look at this, look at how pretty that is I just ran my brush through all 3 of them and I put it on my cheek. What do you guys think? Pretty, right? Isn't that pretty? I like it so much. I think it's so pretty. So that is what I got. They have another one of these at Nordstrom that's got blue packaging, but like check out the, like what? Check out this cool packaging. I really do appreciate awesome packaging, and this has it. I just love NARS. I think they're so edgy and fun, and I love the stars on here. I took some pictures to post on Instagram before I ruined it and used it. But I'm not one of those people that just wants to keep makeup and not use it, so I will use it. And then I went to Nordstrom and I bought this palette, which is kind of the sister palette, but it's an eyeshadow palette. And you guys, I don't think that this palette is for everybody because it's got very light shades, but I think it works for me. It works for people that have like super, super light skin. I think that if you're medium to dark, there may not be enough dark shades in here for you, but I've done a couple of looks with this palette and it's beautiful. This pink, if you do it lightly in the crease, is so pretty. Like one day I just did this pink in the crease and this in my lid. It was gorgeous. I actually put some of the Too Faced glitter glue just so that this pinky gold, let me swatch it for you. So pretty. Just so that this pinky gold would really pop on my eyelid, and it did. It was so pretty. It reminds me of that one in the Pat McGrath palette. So I love this NARS palette. I think it's so pretty. Oh, I got one more thing from Ulta, which I want to share with you. And this, I am, of all of these purchases, the very least excited about. The Carly Bible palette. You guys know that I love the Anastasia palettes. I think that the Soft Glam and the, which was the one from last Christmas? The smoky one? Somehow the name is escaping me right now. But I love those two palettes. I think they are so special. I think that the formula is amazing. I love the Modern Renaissance palette too. This palette is like meh to me. I don't know why. I just don't know why. I've used it a couple of times and I've just not been super impressed. I don't think the formula is bad, but I don't know, guys. Why don't I like this palette that much? I just don't. I feel like maybe I haven't given it enough love. I've used it like 3 times and maybe it was just like that I was making up lame looks. Like maybe I wasn't like using enough of the glitter and stuff. But for whatever reason, like I've been least excited about using this palette. So I did get it. It's okay. I think that this color is really pretty. This purpley one, it reminds me of a color I showed you from the Kevin Aquan palette that they sent me. Super pretty. Really fun for the holidays. This one's a peachy pink glitter, which is really pretty. And I guess, okay, in fairness, I haven't worn these 2 colors, but I totally would. Because I guess I was going to work. So maybe I'm being unfair. I should be excited about this palette. I don't know. I need to work with it more and like, here are those colors swatched on my hand. Maybe I need to give this palette a little bit more love before I get judgy about it. And then I have one more palette to show you guys. And then we're done. Like you guys are probably sleeping by now. But anyway, 2 last palettes. No, 3 palettes. Oh my God, you guys, this is embarrassing. I have so many things. I have 3 palettes left to show you. So Tara Babies was doing a haul and I saw that she bought this Dior palette. As you guys know, I'm digging into really expensive brands here. And I ordered this. I just thought, I haven't even used it. I haven't even opened it. I need to take an Instagram picture with it, but look at it. Like, isn't that beautiful, you guys? It says like happy 2020 and it's got just the right shades. It's got like this taupey color, a black, a brown, a gold, and like a shimmering like cream color. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm like so excited to use it. I will take some Instagram pictures of it, but I have not used it yet. So pretty. I've been digging into the Dior brand this year and I really, really like it. Aren't those pretty? Like such wearable colors, and then black. Like just gorgeous. Like I feel like they're just gonna be like a joy to wear. Y'all, I splurged on a Tom Ford palette. Here's the story behind it. I got an email. We have a Neiman's card because sometimes my husband buys me jewelry from Neiman's. And so every now and again, they'll just send me like a coupon for $25 off of something or $50 off of something or $100 off of something. I don't know why. I guess it's because we're card holders. I don't ever shop at Neiman's. I don't buy clothes. I don't buy shoes. I don't buy purses. The only thing we do is sometimes buy jewelry, but that's not like, we're not talking about like every week or every month. I mean, like maybe once a year, he'll buy me like a piece of jewelry from Neiman's. But anyway, they sent me a $25 off coupon of $50. And that was better than 20% off at Sephora. And so I thought to myself, oh, and this palette was sold out at Sephora. So I thought to myself, I'm gonna buy this palette at Neiman's. And I did. This is the new Tom Ford eye color quad in the Soleil de Hiver. There's a name for these palettes and I can't remember what they are right now, but they're the new limited edition ones with the white packaging versus the brown packaging, and they're totally sold out at Sephora because of the 20% off. And so I got it at Neiman's and it is gorgeous. I wore it today to work. It is so pretty. I mean, the colors are very basic. Like there's nothing unusual about them, but look at this. Like, isn't that, like, look at that shine. It's so pretty. Like, I just felt like my eyes look beautiful today. And even though they're all shimmery, my camera just turned off. I don't know why, maybe it's overheating. I was just showing you the Tom Ford things, but I just think this is a very wearable, beautiful palette, and I absolutely love the white packaging. I like it better than the dark packaging. Okay, the last thing that I bought at Nordstrom was the MAC 4-pan eyeshadow palette that I told you guys I wanted with the stars. How pretty is this, you guys? I am wearing this highlight on my cheeks. Let's see if we can see it. Can we see it? I think we can. Looks good, right? Pardon my hair. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. Y'all, I really like this palette. I really love MAC powder products. I love what they put out during the holidays. I bought one of their holiday palettes last year. I just think it is absolutely stunning. I love the colors. We've got like a really nice pink here. We have a peach here. We have like kind of a frosty white here. And we have this beautiful pinky highlight. Look at how pretty that highlight is. How pretty are those colors? I was tempted to buy the bronze one, but I just controlled myself because I didn't need it. And this was really the one that I wanted. So loving this. I really like this color right here. Kind of living for that highlight right now. It's like a pinkish, goldish. It's just stunning, you guys. I love MAC. I don't care how many other brands come out. I feel like MAC is always one of my favorite brands. And I just think that this palette is so, so beautiful. And it's got such a gorgeous glow about it. Maybe my hands are so dirty right now. You can't even appreciate it. But y'all, that was my haul. So literally, as I said before, I'm gonna spend the whole spring using these products. Like, I probably won't buy that much in the spring. And I'm gonna use all of these things, and I'm gonna really, really enjoy them and get use out of them and try not to buy too many things so that I don't get to use them. I'm very ecstatic about all of these purchases, super ecstatic. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I know it's a little late because the sale is over by the time you're watching this, but it was super fun recording this video and showing you all those amazing shimmers. Next up, at some point, I'm going to swatch my Sydney Grace shadows for you. I'm gonna do a holiday wish list video for you. Not a holiday wish list, a holiday recommendations list. Like, maybe I'll do like something like gifts under $30 or something like that. I have a lot of ideas for upcoming videos. Please leave comments in the description box below telling me what you guys bought at the Sephora VIB sale, what you bought with your Ulta 20% off coupon. You guys are so nice. You have left the nicest, most lovely comments. I don't know, maybe I don't want to like grow to be a huge YouTube channel because you guys are so sweet and like there are no mean people on my channel. Everybody's nice. I don't get hate from people on my channel. You guys are just the best. So I really appreciate your kind comments, your wonderful comments. You're a great community and this is a lot of fun. So thank you guys very much. I will look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.